Hello, high school band. Welcome to week 2 of our online learning. It's been really nice to connect with everybody again through our online learning format. I do really miss seeing you in our normal classroom setting, but it has been really nice to start to catch up with people and hear how you're doing. So, again, if I haven't caught up with you yet, expect that I will be here soon. And again, I have office hours available, so you don't even have to have a question. If you just want to drop by, say hi, and check in, 12:30 to 1:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There is a link to office hours in my Google Classroom. It's also the time where if you're working on something in Tone Savvy and you have a question about it, like that's what I'm there for, and I'm here to help you. If you're working on anything with your instruments right now, but remember our assignments are not using our instruments because I know some of you don't have them home. But if you're working on practicing something right now and you'd like some feedback on something that you're working on, you can send me videos. Like I'm glad to do that. You can check into the office hours and you could play something for me. It actually works really well over Google Meet using instruments for that way, as long as only one person's playing at a time. So that's another possibility too. So our grades for this and what you're going to see in Infinite Campus coming in is me going through and looking at your participation in our Tone Savvy game. So those of you who passed off a level are getting full credit for the week. Those of you who put in sufficient time but maybe didn't pass your level this week, weren't ready to move on, you'll be getting full credit this week. And then if you got partial credit this week, look at the rubric. There is a video that explains the grading process for this. If I'm not receiving results from you or I'm receiving results that don't add up to the full amount of time that I'm expecting for the week, you're going to fall into the partial credit or zero category. So again, there's a video that shows you how to submit your results, both with completed exercises and ones that are not completed successfully. So there's ways to submit results for both. That's your submit best effort or your submit results buttons. Please don't just close your browser when you get done with an exercise. You actually have to hit the stop quiz button and then use either submit best effort or submit results so that goes back to me. Now, if you have a question about what results I'm able to see on my end with this and what I'm going to be using for my grading, there's a video in your Google Classroom that explains how to check the results that you have. And what you're able to see is what I'm able to see and what I'm using. So please make sure that what you're doing is being submitted for credit so I can give you the credit for the time that you're playing. This week, you're going to see some activities pop up that are under the Enrichment tab. And enrichment, or the enrichment topic. Enrichment are activities that don't factor into your grade, so they're non-graded activities. They're just extra things tabbed on that are going to broaden our curriculum and give you more opportunities to do things outside of what the Tone Savvy game is. So they're not going to be things that go into our grade. They're things that you can do if you'd like to add more to your musical experience. For example, things that are going to be using your instruments should be popping up in Enrichment, along with opportunities to do listening. So those are things that you're going to see. I'm going to be asking for some of your feedback, for you to share some things in there. Those are things that you can do, and I'd love to see you get active and participate there. This is going to be kind of our way to stay connected and stay talking about music and still do things with our instruments for those of you who have them home. But again, it's not going to factor into your grade, the Tone Savvy items, or what that is coming from. Now, the concert attendance project, again, only those of you who have not yet completed that should see that showing up in your Google Classroom. Check the due date on it because it's not due this week. It wasn't due this past week. It's not due until the 20th of April, so that is 2 Fridays from now. So you've got time to think about it. You've got time to listen. There's a bunch of different options in there for digital concerts for you to choose from. Make sure you pick one that you're really interested in. So if you start one, you're like, yeah, this one's not me, go down to the next one on the list. Find one that you really enjoy listening to, and I think it's going to help you to really write something that you really show a lot of interest in what you're writing and what you're doing. I am expecting you to use complete sentences and paragraphs as you're filling this out, and I'm grading them as they're coming in, so please keep submitting those. And again, the due date for those is the 20th. You're also at some point going to start seeing from me, and again, I'm kind of introducing things gradually. I don't want to do everything all at once. There are some things that we're still working on and things that we're still thinking about for this year as we try to provide the most normal year that we can under this online learning format. And so you're going to see some things. I may be asking you some questions about how we'll do awards in this structure. So we are thinking about that. We still want to recognize all the outstanding achievement that we have in this group. We want to continue with our awards programs as much as possible in as most normal as possible way, the best way that we can do under the circumstances. Um, Things like that. Obviously, we need to be thinking about our leadership for next year. We talked about a little bit in class about how we were going to do that, and how we were going to do that at the end of this year anyway with our elections. And so you may be seeing some things from me, asking for a little bit of your feedback as we start to approach elections in our online format. So if you're interested in student leadership next year, it is something that I'm working on. It is something that you're going to start to see a little bit more about. But again, I want to include things gradually. So the next step that you're seeing, in addition to our graded tone savvy work this week, is you're going to see the enrichment. So that's really kind of step two of our online learning. And again, along the way, if you have questions about what we're doing, if you have questions about how to complete an activity, if you have questions about what's the goal here, what are we working on with this specific activity or enrichment exercise, I'm here. Ask me questions, send me emails. I'm monitoring all day long. If you have any issues with Tone Savvy in terms of support issues, there is a Google form that you can fill out, and that's just so I can ask you the questions that I need to give you the help that you need. And use that form, and I'll be right back with you with a solution to whatever issue you have tech support wise, or if you have a music theory question you need assistance with, I'll send you something, a strategy that you can use to get through whatever tone savvy problem you're having. So again, I hope to see and reach out to more of you this week. I love the fact that I'm already in touch with some of you already. I'm looking forward to starting week 2. If you have any questions, please reach out. Miss you all, high school band, and looking forward to hearing from you all soon.